Good morning. Welcome to the Wichita Police Department Interwatch. It is Tuesday, December the 5th, 2017. Two items we're going to cover today in our Interwatch. First one's going to be an aggravated battery. Occurred on South Jewett early this morning about 2 a.m. Second one will be an aggravated assault firearms that occurred in the 800 block of West University yesterday morning about 9 a.m. Again, first case, aggravated battery, case number 83112. Occurred on the 5th, this morning about 2 a.m. Monday, December 5th, approximately 2 a.m., officers responded to a shooting call at a residence in the 2600 block of South Jewett. Upon arrival, officers located a 27-year-old male who had a gunshot wound to his shoulder. The male was transported to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries for medical treatment. Through the investigation, it was learned that a verbal argument had ensued between the male victim and a 30-year-old male suspect when the suspect shot the victim one time and then left in a 2002 Cadillac Escalade that belonged to a 32-year-old female who was also at that residence. This remains an open and active investigation as investigators are still working to determine all the details of what exactly had occurred. We do know also at the residence was a 30-year-old female, an 11-year-old male, a 10-year-old male, and a 6-year-old male. These individuals were not injured. We do ask if anyone has any additional information on this case or this incident, they can contact our detectives section at 268-4407, or they can also call Crime Stoppers 267-2111. It was the victim's house, correct. And all the individuals lived there except for the suspect, but it was the victim's home.
So the other one, so the two women, the gentleman, and then the 11-year-old, all lived there?
Yeah.
You know where the suspect is over there?
His girlfriend was also at that residence as well.
Does she live there?
Yes.
Is the 27-year-old male in relationship with the 32 or 30-year-old female?
The suspect is the boyfriend of one of the females that was at the residence. I believe he's the boyfriend of the 30-year-old female that was at the residence.
Are you guys still looking for this Cadillac Escalade?
I don't know. I believe so. As of this morning, I believe they were still looking for the Escalade, and they had not made contact with our suspect as well.
Is the woman who owned the Escalade, she being cooperative? Like it's hers, and he left her.
Right. As far as I know, she is right. It was her vehicle.
Where in the house did this happen?
I don't have the location in the house, but
Was it inside?
from my understanding, it was inside, and then he fled from the scene.
Do we know what happened, like what the argument?
I don't know what the argument was about at this point. I know our investigators are looking into that, obviously, but we know it was a verbal argument, and then a shot was fired.
Handgun?
Yes.
Since you're still looking for this vehicle, can you give us a more detailed description?
Yes, I can look to get more. All I have right now is just a 2002 Cadillac Escalade, but I can look and get a color for you. All right, second case, talk about aggravated assault firearms, 800 block of West University, yesterday morning about 9 a.m. 82875 is the case number, 82875. On Monday, December the 4th, approximately 9 a.m., officers responded to a burglary just occurred call at a residence in the 800 block of West University. When officers arrived, they made contact with a 73-year-old female who stated that she heard a loud noise in her home and went into the living room area and observed an unknown suspect inside of her house. The female stated the suspect pointed a black handgun at her and then fled the scene with another suspect in an old gray primered pickup. There were fortunately no injuries and no loss reported. We're asking if anyone has information regarding this case. Again, they can call detectives at 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers 267-2111. Suspect descriptions, just an unknown white male in his 20s. Driving, again, a gray primered older pickup. And the second suspect, again, just the only description I have at this point, an unknown white male in his 20s.
Charlie, 4th Century, inside the house?
I don't know if there's any forced entry. She heard some sort of loud noise, which alerted her to move into the living room when she saw the suspect.
Any updates on any of our murders? There are 10 still outstanding.
Right, no updates at this point. I know we're still diligently working each and every one of those cases. And again, we still ask if anybody has any information regarding any of the homicides that have occurred over the entire year. Again, there's 10 still open cases for the 2017 year. They can always contact Crime Stoppers 267-2111 or call 911 or call our detective section at 268-4407 to provide us that information. Anything else?
Do you have anything on the Brewer case, especially there's finally arrest made in that case, and what precipitated the fact that they were finally arrested on murder charges?
Right. I don't have any additional information that I've already sent out via our Facebook yesterday and also our news release where Stephen Bodine and Miranda Miller were arrested for felony murder and child abuse in regards to the case. Any additional questions, I'll refer you to District Attorney's Office with those questions.
Do we know if autopsy results are in yet?
I don't know.
Is there any update to the 20-year-old who's found in the trunk around Halloween for an autopsy of death?
Yeah, somebody just asked me about that last week. I'm trying to remember. I worked on several different things since then. Let me confirm that information for you, and I'll get back with you. Okay? All right. Appreciate everybody being with us today. You can always download our app and tune in with us every day here on Facebook Live. Thank you.